if whatever's bad, help us steer clear. You're in charge of everything, and oh, you can do anything, and we're in awe, we praise your name. Amen, 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 amen.
But we're too busy serving you to see, or we're too busy climbing up a tree. Oh, you just want to be with us, to know and guide us, that's enough. Oh, such amazing love, how can it be?
You're powerful and good, the Bible tells us so. So we follow as you go. Yeah, we follow as you go.
Hello, everyone. My name's Allison. In our story last week, we discussed how Jesus calmed the storm. This week, we will discuss how Jesus guides us away from the judgment of others by showing us an example of two sisters, Mary and Martha. Before we jump in, let's see what's in our Wonder Box this week. Can you guess what's in the Wonder Box? It's a serving tray. What does a serving tray have to do with our story this week? Today, we will learn about two sisters, Mary and Martha, and how they interact with each other while they're trying to serve Jesus. Mary and Martha welcomed Jesus into their home. It was a custom during this time to care for visitors and to prepare a meal for them. Mary and Martha worked to make Jesus, their guest, feel welcome. However, Mary and Martha each chose different approaches to hospitality. Martha chose to prepare a meal, and Mary sat at the feet of Jesus to listen to his teachings. Martha was frustrated with Mary's choice. She asked how Mary could just relax and talk while she was doing all the work to prepare the meal. Neither sister was doing anything wrong, but they were different. It can be really easy for us to judge people, like Martha did, if they don't act or respond in the ways we think are appropriate. But Martha didn't realize that Jesus didn't come just for a meal. He also came to have relationships and conversations with his friends. While we all respond in different ways, it is important to consider the intentionality of our responses. We also must realize that if someone's response is different than ours, it does not mean that person is wrong. Each of us is called to follow Jesus in different ways. What is most important is that we listen to Jesus as a guide in our lives so that we can be faithful and intentional followers. Now, before we read the Bible verse, let's get up and move with our song today from CJ and Friends called Every Move I Make. verse today comes from Luke chapter 10, verse 38 to 42, and it reads, Jesus and his followers were traveling and they needed a place to rest. Jesus' friends, Mary and Martha, invited Jesus to stay with them. When Jesus arrived, Mary sat at his feet to listen to him, and Martha served everyone. Martha was tired. She was doing all of the work while Mary was just sitting and enjoying Jesus' company. Martha thought this was unfair. Jesus, it's not fair that Mary is not helping. Tell her to help me, said Martha. Martha, what Mary is doing is important, Jesus said. Mary has chosen to listen closely to me and learn about God. Sometimes it is better to sit and be with me. Now, let's share in a story with our good friend Samuel. We'll come back together after the video.
Hi everyone, it's Samuel. This is the story about two different sisters. Jesus comes to visit his friends, Mary and Martha, at their home to have a meal. Martha is making sure the house is perfect. She's cooking and cleaning and making sure Jesus feels welcome. On the other hand, Mary is sitting with Jesus. She's listening to his stories and learning from his teaching. Mary and Martha are both trying to make sure Jesus has a great stay with them, and they're doing it their own way. There's only one problem. Martha gets really upset that Mary is sitting with Jesus. She doesn't understand how Mary can just relax and talk while she's doing all the work to prepare the meal. Just like Martha, it can be very easy for us to judge people if they don't act how we would act or how we think they should act. Martha was mad at her sister Mary because she wasn't helping her. But Martha didn't realize that Jesus didn't come for a meal. He came to have a relationship and a conversation with them. One time, I was going to a friend's birthday party. I wanted to get the perfect gift. I was looking for it all day and finally got it. But I was too late to the party. I thought the perfect gift would make me a good friend. My friend was grateful for the gift, but I could tell my friend was sad that I had missed so much of the party. Sometimes we forget just being with a friend is enough. Martha showed Jesus love by preparing their home. Mary showed Jesus love by sitting down and listening to him. Mary and Martha are both guides who showed us different ways to be with Jesus and connect to God. Now it's time for you to wonder.
Hello again. Let's get out our Wonder Cubes and answer a few questions about the passage today. Here's mine. I wonder, what would you change in the Bible story? I would change how Martha reacted to Mary's decisions. I would make her less judgmental and have more understanding of how Mary was making Jesus feel welcome. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and roll the Wonder Cube a couple times to discuss the Bible story. When you're finished, press play. Our faith work this week is Guide, showing the way like the light of Christ. Let's wonder together. I wonder, who is a guide? A guide is someone who leads you in the right direction. Was Mary or Martha a guide in today's story? How? To me, they were both guides because they both showed what they believed to be the best action for the situation. Jesus taught us in today's lesson not to judge others because they may be doing what they think is right. Even though something is different than what you might think is right, that does not make it wrong. Just like how Martha and Mary received Jesus, their actions were different, but both of them did the right thing. It is important to be open-minded and think through situations as if you were in the other person's shoes. Thank you for joining me today for Sunday School. We'll see you next week.